Atlanta police taking aim at illegal street racing, which has been an ongoing problem. Today, Governor Kemp thanking multiple law enforcement agencies for ramping up efforts to stop the racing. 11 Alive's Chanu Her has details on the crackdown.
Governor Kemp thanked numerous law enforcement agencies for their work last night in Atlanta, cracking down on illegal street racing. In a tweet, the governor put out numbers from last night. Among the stats, it shows 175 traffic stops, 166 citations, 15 vehicles impounded, and 12 reckless driving charges. Illegal street racing in Atlanta has been an ongoing problem Atlanta police has worked to get a hold on. We reached out to all the agencies mentioned in the post to help add more context to the numbers and only heard back from Atlanta police. APD says the numbers weren't part of a specific operation to catch illegal racers, but part of ongoing efforts to keep the streets safe. In a statement, an APD spokesperson said the Atlanta Police Department, along with other agencies, including Georgia State Patrol, are addressing the ongoing street racing problem. Reckless driving and street racing has become a growing issue, and the APD is very aware of the community's concerns. 11 Alive has brought you ongoing coverage of the city's crackdown on illegal street racing. Coming up tonight on Up Late after the game, we'll show you what some of those people who live in those neighborhoods had to say.